afternoon, everyone. Today is April the 18th, and this morning, the George Washington Witness Tree was safely and happily replanted in Pittsgrove Township, New Jersey, for the first of the 3 cuttings. What is interesting is last week, all the days were in the 70s, and today it was in the 50s and raining, but it was perfect for the little tree. Now, my wife says I dressed almost like I was helping to open Tutankhamun's tomb today, so in honor of that, I decided to put a little old-style silent film filter on this. However, the little tree is happy. We dug out a beautiful 2-foot deep by 1 foot or so across hole and filled it with all its beautiful planting mixture to be able to plant the tree in its final spot. The mixture included, of course, potting soil, some of the sandy soil mixture that I used in it from that area to already get the root system, even though it was just in the pot, ready to go and used to the soil conditions, as well as some coconut husk and other little bits like moss to help it retain the moisture. This potting material was actually placed in the bottom of the hole so the tree would be at ease and feel more at home, as well as to help with continued growth. It was besides the chill, perfect day. Now, one thing I did do, which I thought was funny, and Mrs. Loper and my father, who were there, mused at what people would say in a few hundred years, or even 1,000 years, when finally this cutting from the tree does unfortunately die. There was a brown stone in the center of the actual George Washington Witness Tree trunk that was just laying on the ground when I took the cuttings. I picked it up and I planted that small brown stone right underneath the little tree cutting that is now becoming the new big George Washington tree in Pittsgrove Township. We had the automatic leveler, which is a funny way of saying the tripod with bubble level for the camera that I used to make sure the trunk was perfectly upright, straight, and stable. This way, in a few hundred years, we won't have to worry about if it's leaning too much to one side or not. It's already on perfectly flat ground, and the tree is perfectly upright and happy in its beautiful little spot with the nice little rail fence and everything that looks so nice behind it that the township of Pittsgrove erected. It looks really, really nice. After it was leveled and I made sure the soil was nice and broken up so it wasn't too compacted so the roots had easy growing space and material, it was just simply refilled back in around the hole and ready to go. Even though it was slightly cold and a little bit moist in the air as it was going to rain soon, funny enough, it rained immediately after we put the tree in, which was perfect. It couldn't have been planned any better. It was so nice to see how many people from the local community were already happy. We had several people drive by, honk their horn, and wave, say, "We'll see you Saturday. Awesome, great job." I mean, it was really cool. We even had one guy drive by in a red car real fast saying how much he loved trees, which brought a laugh to all of us working there. In fact, we even caught it on video and in perfect stills on the camera. The tree now perfectly installed. This is a wonderful thing for not only our generation, but many, many future generations to enjoy. I know I've said this a lot, but I honestly cannot believe that this over 2-foot little tree is actually 300 years old. When you think of a 300-year-old tree, you think of this massive old tree, and it's just amazing how this little cutting has grown up and will soon become a huge, massive tree in and of itself. I really cannot thank everyone who helped in this project enough. The mayor of Pittsgrove, deputy mayor, the Environmental Commission, the administrators, government employees, volunteers, people who donated money, people who donated their time. It really is touching. I am truly very awed and humbled that people actually helped me in my crazy dream to save this tree. South Jersey Monuments did a beautiful and wonderful job on the George Washington Witness Tree Monument. This way, people will not only know what the tree is, but be able to follow the link to monumental trees or to the George Washington website to be able to find out more information. I really had no idea what they were going to put on it, but they did a beautiful, beautiful job, and I thank them so very much. I would also like to thank my father, who not only helped with digging the hole, but gave me encouragement. Also, I would like to thank Mrs. Loper, not only for her encouragement, but also operating the audio and visual equipment. The invitation has already gone out in several newspapers, including in the Elmer Times, and we would like to heartily invite you to come out and see the dedication of the tree and the ceremony and meet George Washington on Saturday, April the 23rd from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. I also think it's very funny that the first announcement went out in the Elmer Times for their St. Patrick's Day edition, and this announcement went out in the Elmer Times for the Easter edition. Last but not least, I would very much like to thank them and say that remember, everyone in the family reads the Elmer Times. Please come on out and we can't wait to see you. Have a wonderful day.